Today, folks, we're going to be exploring what an insurance declaration page is, what the coverages mean, so that if you're involved in a car accident or if you want to plan in case you have injuries, you know what you're buying for. So when you look at an insurance declaration page, the very first number is going to be what's called your liability insurance coverages. Now, the first number here is called the per person limit amount. The second number is your global amount, so per occurrence. And so what happens with this number means that if you crash your car into somebody, your insurance will pay up to $30,000 per person for that crash, but they won't pay more than $60,000 for that whole crash, regardless of the injuries, regardless of the amount of people involved. So if you want to have good liability coverages, everyone always says, hey, I have full coverage. Full coverage means absolutely nothing. If you hear full coverage, walk away from that person. They don't know what they're talking about. Now, on your next line for your insurance coverage is going to be your property damage. So if you crash into another car, how much are they going to pay for that property damage, the vehicle, the items in the vehicle? Current minimum amount is $15,000. And again, if you crash into 2, 3, 4 cars over, 15 is all your insurance company's going to pay. They don't care if there's more damage. The next number here is what's called underinsured and uninsured motorist coverage. Now, this protects you in case someone with bad coverage crashes into you and causes you injuries and they have bad insurance. So if you have significant injuries and they have very little coverage, you can make a claim with your own insurance for underinsured, uninsured motorist benefits, and it doesn't increase your rates, no negative points on your record. It's something you're paying for protection. Now, you might be looking at this and saying, well, why don't I just get a really good insurance plan to protect myself and forget everybody else? But unfortunately, you can't do that. This and this have to be equal, or put another way, you can't have your underinsured, uninsured motorist exceed your liability. And so finally, we're going to get to these two here. Comprehensive and collision coverage deals with protecting your vehicle and your property damage when it gets hit in a car accident or gets damaged in other ways. So comprehensive deals when your vehicle gets stolen or acts of God, hailstorm, things like that. Your insurance company will take care of the repairs of your vehicle if it has those things happen. Collision, just like it sounds, when you're involved in a motor vehicle collision and you have a nice car, or if someone has bad coverages, maybe this $15,000, your insurance company will pay for the repairs of your vehicle or total it out, and you have to pay your deductible. Now, you can have this be zero, you can go up to, I think I've seen $5,000, $10,000, whatever it is. But these are two protecting your vehicle. This is protecting yourself for your injuries. Now, people always ask, hey, Brett, what do you think is good coverage when you're balancing out protecting yourself while also not killing your pocketbook with getting excessive coverage? So my recommendation is always getting $100,000 per person, $300,000 per occurrence, $100,000 property damage. Match your underinsured, uninsured motorist coverage to your liability, $100,000, $300,000, and then your comprehensive and collision depends on your vehicle, but I recommend about $1,500. You do that, your rates are not going to be crazy unless you have State Farm because they suck. But if you do that, you know what? You're going to have really good coverage for most occurrences without killing the pocketbook. If you have any questions about these coverages or your policies, or if you're involved in a motor vehicle collision, you have injuries, you give us a call. I'll be happy to talk to you.